Welcome to Uncopyable Women in Business. I'm your host, Kay Miller, also known as Muffler Mama. Stay tuned as I, along with my guests, give you marketing, sales, and personal branding strategies that will give you an uncopyable advantage. Today, I'm here with Gloria MacDonald, and Gloria is a multiple seven-figure earner and a 45-year veteran of the network and affiliate marketing industry. Gloria realized years ago how important it is to brand yourself, not your company, because people join people, not companies. Gloria, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Besides your story, I just want to let the listeners know some of the things that you're going to be hearing about. And that is, why is it so important to brand yourself? And a very intriguing question, what does Santa Claus have to do with branding? And what do you do if you don't have a brand? So those are some of the things that we are going to talk about, and stick around to the end because we will have some closing thoughts, things that you can act on right now. Gloria, I'm going to hand it over to you, and I can't wait to hear about your journey and how you got to where you are now.
Yes, thank you so much again, Kay. It's great to be here. And so I started off in network marketing over 45 years ago. I was pretty much just out of college. And my husband and I were invited over to dinner at some friend's house. And they were older. They owned a house. So I thought they were rich because they owned a house. At the ripe old age of 22, rich in my mind. So we went over to their house for dinner. And this was a huge honor to be invited over to their house for dinner. And after dinner, they pulled out the flip chart and they started drawing circles. And it was Amway. And for whatever reason, and I can't tell you exactly now what it was that struck me, but I got this vision of being able to be an entrepreneur and having financial freedom and to be able to live life on your own terms. And the bug bit me. Now, I will admit, I was complete and total unmitigated disaster in Amway. And I wasn't an unmitigated disaster for forever. I have been a multiple seven-figure earner in the industry, but it was a long time. And to really be honest, I didn't crack the nut on success in network and affiliate marketing until I learned how to market online.
Which wasn't available back then, right?
No,
absolutely not.
At that point, we still had rotary dial phones, and there was no internet. Nobody had a computer. Personal computers didn't exist. And so I was left to talk to people at the lineup at bank. Didn't have ATMs. It sounds ancient when talking about this. That's the way the world was. We didn't have ATMs. You had to actually walk into a bank.
The upside, when you walked into a bank, there was actually somebody there.
Yeah.
Now we've got all this technology. And when you mentioned the rotary dial phone, I'm sure people listening have never even had to use one. But back in the day, you hated it when someone had a 0 in their phone number. Because if you dialed a 1, it was like click 2, click.
But the serum.
You're waiting for the whole thing. Anyway, so you had to network in person, and there's only one of you, right? So
that's right. And I had to talk to total strangers. And even though I'm an extrovert, like I have no problem saying hello to a stranger or whatever, but trying to strike up a conversation and going from, oh my gosh, I love your purse, to, do you want to join my business? How do you do that? Well, I have never been good at that. I have always hated that. The rejection has been absolutely positively brutal. And our brains do not like rejection. Our brain's job is to keep us safe. That's the number one job of our brains. And rejection is not safe. So literally, our brains are taking us out of that cold calling, rejection zone, cold calling, or just talking to strangers about your opportunity or whatever. So I was not good at it, even though I'm an extrovert. I was not good at it, but I still had a dream and a vision. And I couldn't give up on this dang dream or vision. So fast forward years later, I actually had created a multiple seven-figure business I had a matchmaking business, and it was
Really?
school, in person. Like, I'd go interview people in their homes. It was a high-end matchmaking business. And I started it just about the same time in 2000, just about when Facebook was getting going and Match.com maybe had just launched. So online dating was not a thing yet. But I was very successful at that. And then through a series of events, that literally fell apart overnight. And I had to reinvent myself. And I was 56 years old. And at that point, I had been out of the workforce because I had my matchmaking business for 13 years. I was out of the workforce for 13 years. Nobody was going to hire me. I was at 56. People aren't looking to hire you anyway. Unless I wanted to go work as a greeter at Walmart, I might have been get a job, but that was not going to pay the bills.
Yeah.
So I reinvented myself. It was by far the most challenging time in my life. I'd been through a divorce, and that was incredibly challenging. But this was also extremely challenging. Hard to, say which one was more challenging, but I was younger. I was young when I went through the divorce. And now I was 56, and it was the dark night of the storm. I did not know how I was going to pull myself out of this because I was not employable any longer, having been out of the workforce for 13 years. And I had to figure out quickly how to reinvent myself. So I'd always had a toe in the water in network marketing. I have always been involved, but now I had to make it work. And
In a big way. Yeah.
in a big way. My husband and I literally cashed in every dime of retirement savings we had at the age of 56. Not a plan, guys. Not a good plan. I racked up literally hundreds of thousands of dollars of credit card debt and line of credit debt. We had to sell our home. We sold one of our 2 cars. I was driving around in a Porsche. Well, that life was over, let me tell you. And it was brutal, but I did it. And I figured out how to market online. And that was truly the turning point for me. And I figured out how to brand myself, which was huge. And to me, that really makes all the difference in the world. If you have not figured out how to brand yourself, chances are you are not successful in affiliate marketing or network marketing.
Because, you've got lots of competition.
Yeah.
We're selling the exact same thing. And so they're not going to buy from you because you're like everyone else. You need to establish a difference. And just in studying you a little bit and learning about you, I just watched a video on LinkedIn where you are dressed up as a grandma. It's hilarious. A little skit about Christmas shopping, which ties into your affiliate marketing program. You've got funky glasses. You've got your appearance is unique. So you've got that visual part of your brand. So what else have you done to build your own personal brand?
You really have to create a presence online, I believe, if you're going to be successful in this day and age. Sure, there are people who've been successful. Let's take the example of network marketing because affiliate marketing has not been around as long as network marketing. So yes, there have been people who have been successful in network marketing who started 30 years ago, who have a massive following, and they built it all old school belly to belly, and they've kept people following them. But if they had to start from scratch today and build all over again, they would be screwed, glued, and tattooed. So it's all about creating a presence online and let's talk about Santa Claus, because to me, Santa Claus is the perfect example of personal branding. We all know exactly what Santa Claus looks like, right? White hair, white beard, big belly.
It shook when he left like a bowl full of jelly.
Exactly. We all
know those stories.
We all know exactly what Santa Claus wears. He wears his red suit with his red hat, white fur trim, white palm on the hat. We know what Santa Claus wears. We all know exactly what Santa Claus says. He says, "Oh, Merry Christmas," right?
Yes, sir.
We all know exactly what Santa Claus does. Santa Claus has a workshop full of elves. They make toys, and Santa Claus delivers them on Christmas Eve.
And that's over the whole world. One of my favorite movies is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. And when at one point he says Merry Christmas in all those different languages. So you're right. Santa Claus. Wow. What a great example of an ultimate branding example.
Yeah. So the question is, you have to build a massive following. And I use massive in quotes. Doesn't have to be massive. Like I don't have 500,000 followers on social media. You don't need to have 500,000 followers on social media to be quite successful and make a good amount of money. But massive in quotes, you do need to have a quote unquote massive following of raving fans who are very loyal to you, which Santa Claus has. He's got a whole world of raving fans, right? So you need to create that massive following of raving fans who know you, like you, and trust you. Who doesn't know Santa Claus, like Santa Claus, and trust Santa Claus, right? We don't sit around and think, oh, gee, is Santa Claus going to show up this year at Christmas time? No, we know Santa Claus is going to show up this year at Christmas time, right? So part of Santa Claus's personal brand is being totally dependable, right?
Good
and
point.
You have to be totally dependable. So you build this presence so people know you, like you, and trust you. They know who you are. They know what you look like. I personally believe especially in the network and affiliate marketing space, even more so in the network marketing space, if you're not willing to be out there online in video and show up and show your face, it's going to be extremely difficult in this day and age.
People want to feel like they know you. They want to be connected on a human level. They want to know who you are. As I said, just your visual presence alone, your thumbnails and your videos and the crazy faces that you make, you have to get out of your own way and be okay with maybe somebody's going to judge you. That's okay. Judge away. We judge ourselves all the time.
Yeah. And I forget which marketer it was. His name is escaping me. I know who it is, but he's famous for saying, if you haven't pissed somebody off by noon or offended somebody by noon, you're not marketing hard enough. And you have to have thick skin. You have to be willing to accept the fact that not everyone is going to love you. But that's okay because you're trying to attract your tribe. You're not trying to attract everyone. You're trying to attract your tribe, the people who connect with you in some way, shape, or form. And video is the single fastest way to take a prospect, to take people from cold to warm to hot without them ever speaking to you. And the way I market, I talk about doing 100% rejection-free recruiting because that's all I do now. I market 100% online. I know this sounds strange, especially to people who have been in the network marketing world for years and years, but I don't talk to people. I don't have to talk to people. They find me online, mostly on YouTube because I'm all over Facebook, I'm all over LinkedIn, I'm on various platforms. But the platform that really works the best for me personally is YouTube. And I have people joining my teams every week who I have never spoken to. I don't know them. They found me online. They've watched a bunch of my YouTube videos. They feel like they know me. In fact, very often they feel like we're BFFs, even though I've never spoken to them and I don't have a clue who they are. But they join my team without me ever speaking to them. Because I've created that personal brand, I've created a trust. I've created a sense of dependability because I show up all the time. And I've created a sense of authority. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. Now, you do not have to be in the industry for 45 years to know what you're talking about. You do not have to be a true expert. But as long as if you're one step ahead of your prospect, you're an expert, right?
And I think that is a great point because I think so many, and I will make a generalization about women. I think that we think we have to know everything. We have to be the ultimate expert or authority on what we are doing. And like you said, we really only have to be ahead of what everyone else is doing. And I understand now. I was wondering, what does rejection-proof marketing mean? Or do you say marketing or selling?
Rejection-free recruiting.
Recruiting. Okay.
Rejection-free recruiting.
But now I understand because you've got people coming to you because of your brand. And of course, I'll have to give our book a little plug. We talked about that on our interview, but
Absolutely.
Uncopyable You is about personal branding, know and trust. And we add a word that totally applies to you, and that is people will remember. You are memorable. You're different. When someone sees a video of you acting like a grandma in a rocking chair, you've got to go look at the costume and get up you have. That stands out. And yeah, you've got to be willing to act silly, etc. But yeah, I thought that was brilliant. Brilliant, by the way.
Thank you. And that's a relatively new thing. I've only been doing that for a couple of weeks. You do have to be willing to stand out from the crowd and do something. Stand out from the crowd, but be authentically you, right? I am always being authentically me. Yes, the Lottie and Gertie skit, I'm doing it with a friend. We are dressed up. We've got these wigs and I've got granny glasses and an apron and everything. It's still authentically me because I'm a goofball, right? And I'm willing to do that. So you have to step out of your comfort zone. Most people have to step out of their comfort zones. Now, doing video for me is a piece of cake, but it wasn't the first time I did it. I wish I had that very first Facebook video I did when I went live on Facebook. I can remember I was so nervous. I was literally shaking. And now I laugh at it because I can go live anytime. I can talk about anything on the fly. I'm so comfortable. To me, it's just like me talking to you. We're just two people having a conversation and it's easy peasy. And one of the things I say to people all the time is, let go of being perfect, because people don't want to watch people who are perfect. They do not. They want to watch people who are real. So
I love that. I totally agree with that. And it is hard. The point about being not great at video at first, I'm still in that category where I'm getting comfortable, but I don't know if you know who Amy Porterfield is. She's huge in the online marketing.
That's it for sure.
Fabulous. She's built a huge organization. She used to work with Tony Robbins. If you go to YouTube, if you're listening, and you go watch some of her early videos, you won't believe it. She was terrible too. She admits it. I know other people. You said that about yourself. I'm getting better and better, but even my first podcast interview, just you listening, you just got to go through it. You got to walk through the fire, and that's
Exactly.
how you get better.
And yet I say to people, look, there's absolutely no problem. If I've got 5 points that I want to bring up in a video, I have no problem just saying, I've got a list here because I want to make sure I remember all 5 points. So point number 1 is blah, 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 blah. And the importance of this is point number 2, and don't be real. Don't hesitate to look down at your notes. Now, what you don't want to do is spend the whole time looking down at your notes and blah, blah, blah. So as soon as you possibly can, get rid of the script. I know there are people out there that are reading scripts and they think, oh, nobody can see that I'm reading a script, and say you're fooling yourself because you can see the eyes go across the teleprompter.
And you can tell, you know what? You can tell. And even I use a program called Descript, and I tried it recently because it can change your eyeballs, and it can make your eyeballs look like you're staring straight ahead when you're not. It's still not real. It doesn't look the same as when you're just talking from your heart. It's
exactly. And even if your eyeballs don't move, you still sound stiff and formal. And it doesn't sound like you're being genuine. And that's the problem, right? It's going to take some practice. One of the things I tell people all the time is do not do 5 cuts until you get the perfect video, because you get stiffer and stiffer and stiffer and stiffer and worse. Like for me, it's one and done. I've even had situations where I've mispronounced my last name and it's MacDonald. Oh, it's easier to get MacDonald. And then I laugh. I laugh at myself. So be willing to laugh at yourself. Be willing to have fun. Just come from your heart. Be genuine, sincere. And what is authentically you? And when you are truly authentically you, when you're coming from your heart, that comes through. So the beauty of this is not everybody has to have the same level of energy that I have or that you have. You can be more calm, cool, and collected. Don't worry about having the perfect studio and the perfect lighting. Get over that. Some people have these really produced videos where they're doing a shot this way and then the next scene is they're somewhere else and they're doing a shot looking in another direction. My YouTube videos are all here, sitting at my desk or standing at my desk with the orange painting behind me.
And the orange chair, I have to say, because that's our
Yes,
brand
and
new
the
color.
In the orange chair, like you're orange. And
It works. Look at you, how successful you've become. And you know what? I'm approached, I'm sure you are a lot too, by people who say, companies, businesses say, oh, I can make your videos so much better and we can make the sound quality perfect and get a green screen and all this stuff. And like you said, it's not only does it not matter, I think in a way it's worse. And I've talked to you on camera and off camera, and you're the same person. You really are. You're genuine. And something someone said in a recent podcast when I interviewed them is they said, if you're super nervous and thinking about all that stuff, you're thinking about you instead of thinking about you, who you're talking to.
1,000%.
I really thank you for making that point, because I think so many of the things you're talking about stop us from making videos. And you, like you said, what a tool. Can you imagine 40 years ago thinking, oh my gosh, I can reach hundreds, thousands, billions of people.
That's the other piece of my 100% rejection for recruiting. I don't have the time or the inclination to talk one-on-one with prospects. I always try to speak one to many. This podcast, we're speaking one to many, right? A whole bunch of people are going to listen to this podcast, see this podcast. It's all about communicating one to many. And you can absolutely 1,000% build meaningful relationships speaking one to many. So I speak one to many in my podcasts, on my YouTube videos, my Facebook videos, my emails. I'm building an email list, building an audience, constantly building an audience and speaking one to many, one to many. I built a team of 168,000 people, a little over 168,000 people in 8 months. You can't.
8 months? You can't even make a baby in 8 months.
It's true. Good point. What was I thinking? I did 168,000 babies in 8 months.
Oh my gosh. Thank goodness they weren't real babies.
You cannot do that if you're doing old school belly to belly and you literally have to either text every single person one-on-one or call them up or get on Zoom calls with them. You can't do that. There aren't enough hours in the day to build a team of 168,000 people in 8 months if that's what you're doing. But trust me, you can absolutely, and I did not speak to any of those people one-on-one. None of them. Zero.
One thing that I love about the way you are, your persona, your brand, is that even though you are speaking one to many, it feels like you're talking to me because of the way you're casual, you're low key. You're saying, hey, is this for you? Hey, let's connect. It's not like you're doing a hard sale. You're communicating one to many and taking advantage of this amazing technology that we've never had in the history of mankind. Boy, this has all come together for you and people like me and you listening. You've got the technology that can just explode your results. But the personal brand, again, is what makes you stand out from everyone else that's also online, right?
Yes. And Kate, I know there are people that are listening to this, watching this, are saying, yeah, but I'm not Kay Miller. I'm not Gloria MacDonald. I don't have anything unique or different, or this is what I would say. Every single human being has a personal brand. My cleaning lady has a personal brand. Now, she has no idea she has a personal brand, but she has a powerful personal brand. She's been with me for 3.5 years now. Part of her personal brand is absolute dependability, consistency, great job, honesty, integrity, pleasant, good communicator. Those are all pieces of my cleaning lady's personal brand. And every single person here listening to this has a personal brand. Now, your personal brand might be inconsistency, invisibility, lack of confidence, but you've got a personal brand. If someone goes and searches you out on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, are you there? Or are you on Facebook, but the last time you posted was 3 months ago? Guess what? You've created a personal brand of inconsistency, right? If you're
not being trusted, right?
Yeah. How can you trust somebody? If somebody is only showing up once every 3 weeks, 3 months, whatever, on any social media platform, then how can I trust you that you're going to be there for me when I join your team and I need your support?
So you walk the talk. And we say that in our book too. Everyone has a personal brand. Is it intentional? Take the time to do a self-inventory. What's important? How do you come across? And study Gloria. You are just really brilliant at this, and it's worked for you. We just have a few minutes, so I'd like you to not only give us closing thoughts, action steps, but do you want to talk about your product or products? I know you believe in multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
So why don't you speak a little bit to that?
Sure.
And of course, we'll have in the show notes how you can get a hold of Gloria, take advantage of her opportunities. So take it away.
So I do believe in multiple streams of income. I just think gone are the days when we can put all our eggs in one basket. Just gone are the days for the vast majority of people where you can work in a company for 35, 40 years and get a pension, right? So you just have to diversify your income. So the two top things that I absolutely love that I'm working with right now are a company called GiveBucks. And I love this. It's a super app where a part of my brand is do no harm. So I am done with companies where you have to pay a monthly fee of $125 or $150 or even $75. That's too much for people. I want to make sure that every single person who's joining me is not harmed, that the worst case scenario, they're going to save money. So this is one of the things I love about GiveBucks. It's a super app that saves money. And every time you use the super app to buy something, whether it's on Amazon or at CVS or at your local grocery store or a gas station, not only are you going to get cash back, but a percentage of money goes to a charity or charities that you choose from the app. You can't use the app without making a donation to a charity. And the really cool thing, Kay, is that none of it comes out of your pocket, which I love. So you're donating to charity without any money coming out of your pocket. And it's free to join. The app is free to download. And my other favorite opportunity is called Nexus Rewards. It's very similar. It's all about savings, massive savings on travel, and all kinds of free apps where you can save money at the grocery store. Actually, I save money on absolutely everything I pay for with Nexus Rewards, even my property taxes, my community association dues, everything. I even got cash back from having to send the Arizona government 90 cents in taxes. I owed them 90 cents, and I got cash back from the 90 cents with one of my free apps. So Nexus Rewards and GiveBucks are my two favorites, and you can find out all about these things on my YouTube channel at gloriamacdonald.com/passive, PASIVE. It's all about passive income, multiple streams of passive and residual income. And I just love helping people save money and also make money.
Yeah, because there's the opportunity to have an affiliate network marketing. I don't know, do you consider that affiliate or network marketing?
Those two opportunities are both network marketing because they pay multiple levels deep, not just 2 levels deep, and affiliate marketing is limited to 2 levels deep. So those are both network marketing, but the lines are getting very blurred between network and affiliate marketing these days. The most important thing is with both of these, the worst case scenario is you're going to save money that you're not saving right now.
And you really take a risk.
Yeah.
You save some money.
You're at a risk. And there are opportunities if you choose to make a whole bunch of money.
It's fascinating. And as I was looking into this, I thought, I got to consider this myself. As I said, all the links to this will be, or to these will be in the show notes. And so check Gloria out, not only to learn from her how to brand yourself, and how to sell one to many, which is an opportunity that we have in the modern day and age. But then also check out these companies, these platforms where you can save money and earn money. So, boy, sounds like a win to me.
Yep, absolutely, Kay.
So, Gloria, thank you so much. The time flew by, and I so appreciate you spending time with me on the podcast. So thanks so much.
Thank you for having me, Kay. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Uncopyable Women in Business. If you enjoyed the show, you know the drill. Please like, share, rate, and review it on your favorite platform. I also invite you to join my private Facebook group, Uncopyable Women in Business. See you next time, and always remember to be uncopyable.